Hey guys, welcome back. I am still just so in love with this factory. The amount of times I've come over here just to walk around and look at everything is definitely too many, but I just can't help myself. I am so happy with it. But for today's episode, I will unfortunately have to tear myself away from the factory because we have some little bits and bobs that really need sorting. And I may also give a little hint about my next big project at the end of the episode because I am slowly starting to cook that up in my head and I really want to talk about it a bit. But before we do that, we need to get our chores done. And the first thing we need to tick off our list is building ourselves an eyeblossom farm in the Pale Garden. And I think right about here should do the trick. That way it's both close to our portal and we can clear up this creeper hole in one fell swoop. Now, as is tradition, I will also be building a pixel art eyeblossom above the farm, just so we know where the farm is, so I think I may need to clear a little bit of space and probably chop down a tree or two, just so it isn't super cramped, because if I'm going to build this, I want to be able to see it decently well. And why is there a llama interrupting? Oh, hi. How did you spawn on top of my portal? Did you spawn there just to interrupt my voiceover? Did you? Because that's very mean of you. I mean, I guess you can be there, that's fine, but I'm gonna chop down like a bunch of trees and like there's gonna be a bunch of building work here, so maybe you could move on so you're not bleating and humming your way through my entire time lapse. Do you think you could take your business elsewhere maybe? Do you have anything interesting? Can I even reach you? Nope. I can't really reach you up there, my friend. I guess I'll just hope that they go away and well, let's see about chopping down some of these trees and getting this farm sorted. There is something that I just love about making these pixel art flowers. It's been a little while since we've built one, but they are very fun to make, although the grey concrete powder on this one made it a little bit more annoying to build since we had to keep using string to keep them in place, but I think it was worth it to get the different shades of grey. And then if we head down, we have the actual flower farm, and this is the same design that I've used across all my various flower farms, and it's a design by Madzify, and I'll put a link to their tutorial in the description, but it is a great design. It's simple and I've never had an issue getting it to work, so that is perfect in my book. But there is something a little bit different about this farm, and that is that I've actually decorated it. I mean, it's not the most decorated thing I've ever done, but it is so much nicer to be in here where everything is looking nice and clean, rather than my other flower farms where we still have a bunch of exposed stone walls and everything. So I'm thinking that at some point, probably not straight away, but at some point in the future, I want to go back through all of my different flower farms and decorate the farming areas. I'm not sure if I'll use use like this exact same sort of design everywhere or if I'll change things up, but I suppose that's something we can worry about later. For now, we need to turn our attention to the nether roof because we have two portals that really need to be decorated. One of them is of course the Pale Garden portal because we just haven't got round to that yet, but I also spent some time going through all the various portals on the roof to see where they all went, and there was one other that wasn't decorated which I think is worth sorting out. And that is our ancient city portal. So let's head to the nether and decorate some portals. And with that, our nether portals are all decorated. Now, I will be the first to admit that my nether roof isn't exactly the most detailed place on the planet, but I do actually really like decorating these portals. It's something about condensing a biome, an area, a structure into such a small space which I really enjoy. And it does also make it a lot easier to see at a glance where all the different portals go, which is an added bonus. So yes, first we have our Pale Garden portal, which is simple, but I think it's rather effective. There's definitely something in the vibe of having a portal in the middle of a tree which just speaks to me. And I mean, it definitely helps that the new blocks are just so fun to work with. The vines, the resin to bring in a pop of colour, I mean, they just gave us so much to work with. And as for our ancient city portal, I wanted to try something a little different. I probably could have taken one of the structures in an ancient city, maybe the portal or something, and try and turn that into a portal decoration, but instead I decided to try and emulate the warden, or more specifically the sort of ribcage bit on their torso, and I have to say, I love how it came out. Like I said, it is a bit different, but it's still very clear where this is heading, and I think it just looks so effective. If I had to pick a favourite out of today's portals, I honestly think this one might just creep ahead, but I am still very happy with both of them. But I suppose it's time I hold up my end of the deal. Let's talk a little bit about my next big project. And to start off, let's see where it's going to be based. Ta-da! It is another island, although admittedly quite a big one. But maybe one day I will build a project that is not on an island, but today is not that day. So we are going to be building our next big project out here, and I am starting to get very excited for it. And the name I have been calling it in my head is Castletown, and I essentially want to build a big walled city. I'm unfortunately not super fond of the snowy biome, considering it would cover up a lot of pathways and things that I might try to add, but I do really like the look of this island, and I also quite like it having all the ice around it, so I may end up having to build a giant glass ceiling above it to stop the snow from settling so we can still build here, but we can work that out later. And yes, I am very much gearing up to start working on this project. But first, we need to update. Yep, next episode we will hopefully be on 1.21.5 and able to go exploring and find all the new things. Firefly bushes, dried grass, new farm animal variants, leaf litter. I am so excited to find everything and especially to have all the new decorative blocks at our disposal. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that because I most certainly am. But until then, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye!